speaking of jiu-jitsu, G.
Yep. Tell me what's up with the Jiu Jitsu world, because I don't really keep in touch with what's happening.
I only just started recently trying to get in touch again because I fell out of touch for a minute there, bro. Yo, what's your take on Andre, the whole Andre and Gordon thing, from what you know?
So, all I know is, you mean this recent one, right?
No, not even just
anything
overall. Because
all I know is
the match and
they just need a fucking fight, right? But all I know about this recent one is that Galvao asked for like $1 million. I don't even know if he asked for $1 million, but he just put up an Instagram post, right, with the caption $1 million. He didn't even say shit about it.
He had an interview in Brazil.
Oh, he did.
That he said that if ADCC pays him what he wants, then he'll do it.
Okay, okay, got you. But that whole $1 million thing is that he's just pricing himself out.
That's exactly what I've got to read. Do you think he's pricing himself away out of Gordon's reach?
No one not no one, but this jiu-jitsu community right now can't afford to pay someone $1 million.
Maybe if they were both like Gordon Ryan's, potentially.
Maybe, but not even. I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think there's enough money in this sport right now.
I think Gordon knows that too, because a lot of his posts on he's clowning on the Atos guys hard, but he's not fighting for that $1 million because he just doesn't. He's literally sort of saying, and I'm not on anyone's side with this.
Yeah.
But he's literally also just saying that you want the ADCC to pay you 25 times more, all right, than what they paid you to fight someone who beat me twice, and you don't even bring in nearly half the amount of viewers that I bring in. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, there's just not. Bottom line is there's not that much money in jiu-jitsu, and that's it.
But the thing is, there's so much more than what there was 3, 4, 5
years
ago.
Yeah, I get it. But like, just in Galvao's point of view right now.
But he also put up, apparently, that he's trying to make a $1 million match happen the week after ADCC. But I feel like that's to put a bit of pressure on the ADCC organization to pay the man.
Who?
He's trying to say, not Gordon.
No, Gordon. It will be the highest paid guy in jiu-jitsu. Like at least no jiu-jitsu. I don't know about gi. I know nothing about gi jiu-jitsu, but
I have no idea why more people out there aren't trying to. If I was out there and I had the skill set and I had enough people who knew my name, if I wanted it and I wasn't rubbing shoulders with him, I'd be talking so much shit to get that match with Gordon. Right now.
Yeah, 100%.
What? Like
100%.
Why not?
But see, that's the difference though. Galvao was at a different stage of his career because he's considered one of the GOATs, right?
Yeah.
So if he
100%.
loses against Gordon, this American fucking 25-year-old or however old he is,
but a lot of that is ego.
Yeah, but he has more to lose than Gordon because this is it for him.
But then,
and it hurts his whole ATOS brand will take a hit.
But that's just. It can only take a hit for so long though, bro, because the brand will eventually speak for itself if you trust in the brand. If the brand is literally only built on your record as an athlete, then that's a fucking shaky brand, bro. No, because the issue is, man, it's just that's like the warrior life, bro. There's a younger dog that will come along with the new age of learning and whatnot. Yeah. Can you still beat him? He probably could. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, it's like that's just the lay of it. If I have a son, hypothetically, if I had a son tomorrow and he got into jiu-jitsu and whatnot, he's going to be beating on my ass in 15 to 20 years, bro.
But here's the thing, though.
I know they're two different. That's completely different. But
in people's mind, Galvao may or may not beat Gordon. But after the fight, if he loses, then that's it. People know for a fact. So that's just a risk to him.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a risk, but that's just the hustle of it, bro.
I get it. I totally get it. But this
how strong
pricing
is your
himself
mind?
out is also part of the whole game, though.
How strong is your mind, though? If you're saying that you're the best and you can beat this person and stuff like that, how strong is your mind if you don't do that match?
Does he believe that, though?
He probably doesn't then, because if I firmly believe that, I would have done the match by now,
Fighting
bro.
words, Cav. Fighting words. But yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
If I firmly believe that I could beat you and there was money and all this other shit, I would have done the fucking match.
I mean, 100%. Because
it would have shut you up.
Hand on heart believe you can beat Gordon Ryan, you will be clamoring for a fight.
Because you won't be talking for age. And I'll go down in Brazil as a legend for shutting Gordon Ryan. I don't know, bro. Like
100. I mean, how old is it, Andre?
39, I think. 38, 39.
With the shit he's pumping, he's probably 25. So they're the same age.
Yeah.
So they should just fight,
bro, no, it's all a say in Jesus, baby. It's all a say in Jesus.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I'm not a Andre hater too. He seems like a fucking awesome dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently Gordon's also an awesome dude. Like behind.
Apparently, Gordon's also coming out saying that Andre pays his staff fuck all.
What do you mean?
pays his coaches.
Oh, really?
And apparently, because Gordon's hating on the fact that apparently Josh Hinger hit his fans up to help him get into his unemployment portal.
What? What do you mean?
I'm not laughing at the man potentially being unemployed. I'm just
Josh Hinger?
Yeah.
Come on, Gordon's
hit
just
his
talking
fans
shit.
up. I don't know whether he's talking shit or not. That's hilarious.
That's all
funny.
Gordon wants to have cunts like us believe.
Yeah, bro.
Like it might be
I'm
real.
tears, bro. I've got
Yeah,
tears,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Gordon
no
put
way
out
for-
there that he's like only paying him $1.50.
Wait, so is Hinger still training under ATOS?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. But Keenan used to be in ATOS, and now he has. his
Oh,
own
bro, he's
region.
gone after Keenan as well.
Yeah, so he's a
saying
bit of
that-
both, right?
he's
But do
saying
they have
that,
beef, Andre and Keenan?
Andre and Keenan.
Yeah.
No,
Are
they've
they
got no
cool?
beef.
Are
No,
they
no,
cool?
Gordon's gone after Keenan as well.
I know they hate each other.
Calling Keenan, like he's commenting on Keenan's weight and stuff like that.
Oh,
Because
really?
Keenan's looking a bit porky.
Yeah,
over
yeah.
his weight. yeah, he's putting shit up.
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't know. I think he's bored right now.
Who, Gordon?
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, though.
Bro, he even put up, I don't understand, it's all a little shifty sometimes to me, but even when he said, look, I'll fight you for $1 million and it can all go to a Brazilian hospital as charity, and Andre was like, nah.
I mean, I don't know about all that shit, but that's probably not gonna happen. He probably just saying that because he knows it's not.
Bro, I
gonna
feel
happen.
like the only way they're going to match up is ADCC, and if they don't, it's because there's no way Gordon's not rocking up to fight. Out of everything you can say and think about him, there's no way Gordon is not rocking up to have a match with Andre. So it's realistically, it's all on Andre.
So Andre just won the super fight, right, in ADCC. So how does that work? So Gordon
So
just won the absolute, right?
Yeah, so what Gordon's sort of trying to fight with the ADCC is Gordon wants to compete in his weight division and then
the super fight.
But they're like, if you get injured, that's the end of the super fight, which it's a high chance,
100%.
So I mean, just doing the camp itself is dangerous.
Yeah.
So
but that
if they sign the thing, they're a guaranteed matchup at ADCC.
the super fight, you mean, right?
The super fight, yeah.
So
But Gordon's
that's the
saying that
highest chance.
Gordon's saying that he can finish his division and then go in and finish Andre.
That's
Imagine
legendary
if
shit, though. If
Yeah,
he can do
it
that,
is legendary shit. Imagine if he subbed Andre.
it's not out of the question.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. Out
But
of the
that's
question.
why it's going to be interesting about what sort of jiu-jitsu would be displayed in that match.
Right. So the super fight it's just an entirely different pay grade. Like all that shit's a different negotiation, right? It's nothing to do with the age.
I think it's only now that it's a negotiation. I don't think it was ever negotiable before.
Right.
Yeah,
Only
I think
now.
they're
Yeah.
just athletes are starting to try and
Yeah.
negotiate that.
So the highest chance of them actually fighting is that ADCC super fight then.
I feel so, yeah.
I mean,
Unless we got some sheik who comes out of nowhere, he's like, you know what? Can you
Fuck.
boys just shut up? Here's the money.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking go.
yeah.
Yeah. But I doubt it.
I wouldn't mind seeing Gordon not compete in his weight class and fight just a super fight.
Yeah, I'd like to see who else might get up there if Gordon's not in that division.
And then that'll set up a big fight as well. Whoever wins that weight class. You know what I mean?
Oh,
if
yeah,
Gordon
for
doesn't
sure.
compete and someone else gets the gold, and that'll just be another fucking fight that can make
So
money
what's
off.
interesting though, right? But where you start getting interesting shit is, say if they're both in, the person who wins that is in the prime of his career.
Yeah.
So they're both in the prime of their career, but they can't match up after that potentially because
Who, Gordon and the winner?
because for 2 years because that might ruin the super fight
Right.
event, right?
Right.
Maybe because the thing is, what happens if they can then spend 2 years building that super fight?
Or they don't even have to fight under ADCC. They can just go into like fight
But that's
to
what
win.
I'm meaning. But that'll change. It'll change if you're, because now they're starting to talk about pay-per-view buys and stuff like that with ADCC, right? So, which I think is the only
can't
other.
even get me to
it's the
pay for the
next
UFC,
option.
bro.
Yeah, but it's the next way
Yeah.
to go, bro.
Yeah.
So now they're just starting to talk about the pay-per-views that they bring in,
Yep,
right?
yep.
That's never been a thing.
Right. Yeah. That's
So
never
now
been a
it's
thing. Yep.
all. I feel like with that money and everything, it's not going to be a huge chunk, but there's different things are going to come into play now.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to be seeing a few more negotiations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because now we're talking about people are only tuning in to pay this money to watch me. So this is a competition and a tournament, but people are paying to see me. So my worth is just kind of technically it's gone up.
That's interesting. That is right. That's got to be.
But then the other argument is this is ADCC. You signed to compete, or like you wanted to compete here. You knew what this was. And then the other argument to that side is the game's changing, baby.
Yeah. So I have a question. So Gordon is not paid to compete in ADCC, right?
No.
He just wins
He's
whatever
not
that
paid
prize
show
pool
up.
is.
Yeah, he wasn't paid shot money
Yeah.
because it's a tournament.
So you'll only get paid for the super fight, yes or no? Or you don't even get money for
No,
that?
you get money for winning the medal.
Oh,
You get money for winning the
the
medal.
super
I think
fight?
You get money for the super fight.
Yeah.
I think it's 40 grand or 25 grand for the super fight, something like that.
I remember seeing the payout for like first, second, third. It's nothing, bro.
Yeah, no, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But I think it's
super
more.
fight you do?
I think it's more. It's on par or more than an Olympic gold medal.
Do you get paid for an Olympic gold medal?
Yeah, you get.
Oh,
you
do
get
you?
like your country gives you like, but a lot of countries you get fuck all for it, bro.
Yeah, you get fuck off it. I don't think.
But it's not about that, Rav.
It's not about that, but you need that. That
no, I think what is the first
around.
place? What a first place on the podium at ADCC? Guess what? Like it was either 10 or 30 grand, or am I
Not
thinking
30
maybe
grand,
the
bro.
Olympic medal does get more?
Not. I think it's 5 digits max.
Yeah.
10 grand max for first. I'm pretty sure it's not that because I've checked.
Realistically, it's the accolade that's going to get you the money, not the money
That is
upon
true.
the
That's exactly
upon the accolade.
That's exactly
Does that make
it, yeah.
sense?
Yeah,
You know?
but it'll be interesting to see if like Gordon gets so big. It'll be like, why the fuck? I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I find it interesting to see how he talks on social media. I don't know. I wonder if he sort of talks like that. I mean, how he does it in real life.
You
too.
talking about Gordon?
Yeah.
And fuck. I mean, you know me. I'm not a fan of how he acts on social media.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think I don't know what's gonna happen with that Gordon and Andre fight. I think Andre's sort of pricing himself out of it a bit. Like, why does he want such a big sum of money for it?
He does not even want. He doesn't even believe in his heart that he can get paid $1 million.
Yeah, but like, why?
I don't know. Yeah. So I think that was like a bad move on his part.
Ego's got to be so. I mean, ego is rife on all parties here, but the ego has to be so fragile there.
I mean, no matter what you believe, that post and that interview, that's just probably not the way to go.
Then
That
again,
hurts
I
your brand.
also-
That hurts your
I-
brand more than
What?
more than-
What hurts your brand?
like posting that asking for $1 million, because people know that no one's paying you.
I agree, but the thing is, it's silly as well because the person that people are more so fucking with right now is Gordon. So anything he says and does is going to be used against you.
Yeah.
So you post that and Gordon flips it and makes it even worse than what it seems, and now you've got even more people hating on you.
See, that's the thing. Maybe as a 39-year-old, you're not that in tune with what the world, like how the world works.
And he's
You know what I
Brazilian,
mean?
bro. It's different over there. I think they got a bit more pride with some things, and I think as well there's a lot more pressure from their people.
Yeah.
So
See, that's the thing too. He's pretty much fighting for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You know how this whole American Jiu-Jitsu versus Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu thing is happening?
Yeah, that's what he's done.
That's probably in the
that's
back
what
of
he's
his mind
done in
too.
his head though, and that's what his people have like his culture
Brazil,
have
yeah,
done as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Is they've been super against his pushback. But I think initially because they sort of must have felt like America's trying to take this thing from us, and they're not. They're just saying they started as a meme. And now our generation, our culture is fucking just running with it. Like,
I don't know how I feel about that whole American Jiu-Jitsu versus Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I think it's
versus
hilarious,
Jiu-Jitsu.
bro. I personally think it's hilarious because the world's changing, the game's changing, and people when enough money came. I said this when I first got into jiu-jitsu. When enough money started coming to the game, it was going to start changing.
Yeah.
Now there's enough money starting to come in, and it's starting to change.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Is you're going to have more subcultures in it now. You're going to have more riffs on some things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just the game's going to change. There's more money coming in, more
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. I don't
As
know.
you-
So,
and as
so
UFC
are you a
fighters
fan
get
of this whole American Jiu-Jitsu shit?
Yeah.
So, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So what do you mean you're a fan?
I'm a fan of the kerfuff, the
whole
issues
kerfuffle?
that is created, bro. I think it's
But
fucking
it's a
hilarious.
non-issue in my opinion. So
Yeah,
it's-
that's the thing because I don't care. Like I don't because I don't care.
Got you.
But look, it's emotion. One, I don't care,
Uh-huh.
and that's feeding to me finding hilarious how
Yeah.
people are getting and people can turn around and go, yeah, but it's their life's work, and I'm like, no, the title of it is their life's work. Like you're saying, the title of that is their life's work is the movement and the time they put on the mat. That's not changing.
Yeah.
That's not changing.
I honestly think it should be called
Now
Jiu-Jitsu.
But now we
Not
can look
Brazilian
at it. But
or
now we
American.
can look at it from a different standpoint. Now look at it. Say jiu-jitsu keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
Uh-huh.
And now we're saying we've got American jiu-jitsu, we've got Brazilian jiu-jitsu, we've got I don't care. We've got American jiu-jitsu.
That's not a battery though. And up.
No. I'm not stopping. I'm not
Okay,
stopping.
go You have no video though.
Yeah. We got no video.
We got no video. It's paused.
All right, pause it.
Yeah, pause it.
You might
And
wanna-
we're back. We had some technical difficulties, and now we're back.
As I was saying, what I'm saying, the thing with AJJ and the BJJ side of things, bro,
Yeah.
is that when you start looking in the future of things and the
Mhm.
way how fickle the market with shit is, right?
Yeah.
Just people.
Yeah.
Then are you going to start promoting when someone's on the screen and they're competing, right? is going to say from BJJ, and old mate's going to say from AJJ, right?
Yeah, I don't like that though.
So what I'm saying is, and then it gets to the point where it's like, if you're going to take your kid to a school, you're going to take him to an AJJ school or a BJJ, because in the game right now, the AJJ, American Jiu Jitsu schools, are on top, but it's all the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But people aren't going to be aware of that. In time, people might not be aware of that, bro. Right now, I kind of like it.
No, you know what I don't like? Fucking Americans making it seem like they own everything.
Yeah, but at this point, I think I'm not sure if it's coming from that angle. I think it's coming from that they threw something out there a long time ago. Lovato Jr. threw it out there a long time ago,
Right.
and so did from Scrap Pack.
But isn't Lovato against the whole American Jiu-Jitsu thing? Isn't he? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's for it.
Oh,
bro.
really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's 100% for it.
I don't know. For me, it's either called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or just Jiu-Jitsu.
In
my opinion.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I think what's happening is so many people reacted to it, and they got so many eyes on it that they're just running with it, bro. How could you not at that point?
And it's a talking point too. Like,
like if I said,
we're talking about
if I was somebody in the game and I suddenly said, Australian Jiu-Jitsu, what?
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, the next day, my phone's blowing up, bro. I'm gonna be like, AJJ it is, baby. Yeah, Australian Jiu-Jitsu.
That is true. That is true. That is true. But nah,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I mean, just call it Jiu-Jitsu. Why you got to call it American Jiu-Jitsu?
You're too conservative, bro. It's the game's changed.
Typical Americans
what I mean,
stealing people's shit and making
someone
it their
was
own.
gonna do it, bro. People now, Australians are already copying and making the jokes about, like I just did, Australian Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
So
But that's a joke, though.
was theirs. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly,
So was theirs.
yeah.
Like,
That is-
most
that
of it
was
is
a joke
just
too.
people bit so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard and got so many eyes on it like that. That it's now they're doing full on documentary interviews through Flow for it,
Yeah,
bro.
I saw that
Like,
shit.
well, but I mean,
Speaking
Flow
of Flow,
have to take anything they can right now and make a story from it because our community is so
but
small.
I don't know. I don't agree with some of the stuff they do though.
Nah, how you
Especially
gonna-
being in like Gordon's.
Yeah.
They're the biggest Gordon Dick riders ever.
That's Gordon's production company. bro.
Exactly,
It's
exactly,
Gordon's
exactly.
production
ADCC too though. But I guess that's just how
I
the
found
world
it
works.
really stiff. Did you see the video where they got Gordon to sign the
Exactly.
I found that really stiff.
Yeah, it's Gordon's YouTube page, bro. Pretty much. Flow grappling is Gordon's YouTube page.
Yeah, man. So I don't know.
But to be fair, that's just how sports in general works. Is like if you're LeBron James, you'll have all the media on you. If you're Michael Jordan, you'll have the whole.
Because you
media
get to
on
the
you.
point where you're bigger than the game you're in,
Yeah.
right? So like it's like you got so many eyes on you that now obviously Gordon's nowhere near LeBron, but for our sport, it's a comparative.
Yeah,
It's a comparative
and it's such a new
thing.
sport where it'll be even more magnified than
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like in the next generation, or like when our time's said and done, you're probably going to be looking at like teams and stuff like I don't know. Anyway, we're getting into other
Yeah,
shit.
no,
but,
that's okay.
So Gordon calls the shots, you know what I mean? But it's funny because it's like they've just got like a child calling all these.
Exactly.
You
It's
know.
like the WHO in China, bro. We've gone full circle. One's just a puppet. Flow grappling's just a puppet for Gordon, bro. He's pulling the strings.
Flo are on the money with some shit, and then they're just fucking not.
No. They make pretty cool shit too. They make
Yeah,
pretty
they
cool
do.
shit. I'm just talking shit. But it's just
They just have such a monopoly, and the other side of it is there's really not. They have to take anything they can to make it a headline and then run with it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think they tried stirring that Craig Jones and Josh Hinger issue for a while.
But
though,
it's
you know?
it's just dangerous when like Gordon has all the power. Even with the Andre thing, Gordon has Flow grappling and ADCC like behind him.
Yeah,
and Andre has no one.
Yeah,
So
but
that in itself makes Andre like
but who's being the difficult one though?
yeah, but
That's what I'm saying. Andre's being the difficult one.
you're right. Andre is being the difficult one. Andre is being the difficult one.
You know? Yeah.
Oh man, I'd love to see that matchup though. I'd love to see that matchup, but no time limit.
Do you know what, bro? I don't actually give a fuck for it.
Oh really? For the match? What would you rather see?
Hey?
What would you rather see? What other super fight would you rather see? I'd like to see Craig Jones go against Gordon again, but that's not happening.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I'd watch that over. I'd have to watch the Galvao and Gordon because it's, Galvao and Gordon has been talked up for so long, but I don't actually care about that one anymore.
Oh really?
In my opinion, no, because in my opinion, there's too much shit that's happened. Galvao's pricing himself out of it. Unless they get an ADCC, it ain't going to happen.
You would want to see it before Andre
And
gets too old,
the
though.
thing is, bro, what kind of jiu-jitsu are we going to see from Galvao isn't gonna do jiu-jitsu.
You're gonna he's gonna stall and shit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in this super fight, he's gonna try and blitz him like he tried to blitz. And I mean, let's face it. You look at Felipe's face. Not even a third of the way through that match, he didn't want to be there.
What rule set is the super fight? The AJJ rule set?
Yeah.
There's no way it's gonna be something else, like a no time limit or 30-minute match.
I don't know if there's any other way that Gordon will be able to get Andre there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like ADCC will force them to compete because it's
respect to Matthias or however you pronounce his name for taking that 30-minute Gordon match though.
Matthias,
yeah.
Yeah. Denise.
Yeah.
Denise.
Yeah.
Denise, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like,
I think that's the purest form of jiu-jitsu. 30 minutes.
You know what's interesting? Everything Gordon says about people and how they're passing and how they're doing things is true.
Yeah, I mean,
when you watch them do it, compared to the new way of looking and thinking about things, it's just like you are using so much energy.
Yeah.
Like Matthias was trying to go around the outside the entire time.
Did you watch that breakdown that Gordon did?
I watched
Flow Grappling.
some of it. Yeah.
Shitting on Flow Grappling for promoting their shit too, but they do make good shit. But yeah, man, he brings up good points, right?
We're just giving our opinion on
it,
man. Yeah, and Matthias is constantly trying to go around the outside. This is my own thoughts on it now, though, by the way. And it's just like you use 2 or 3 different techniques, and it's like that's not enough, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he doesn't have any more. I'm just saying the things that Gordon is saying about athletes and what they're doing in jiu-jitsu is kind of true, man.
Yeah. I mean, bro, he's got Danaher behind him.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is true. And I sent you that video of when Tex got downed by one of the Tackett brothers.
Yeah.
And I said to you, this is what I'm talking about when Gordon says, when people are talking about jiu-jitsu competitors who aren't athletes, they're actually fucking lazy.
Yeah.
And he got done like that. Like you saw, it was like one of the most lazy movements you could do on the pro stage, and he got taken down for it. And it's like, fucking there you go, man.
Yeah, I mean, but the sport's just going to keep improving, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like you watch the NBA in the 1980s, they're like,
but I think they're so heavily influenced on the fan base that to the point where it influences the matches and what happens in the sports, you know what I mean? Which is always, there's so much money in sports and entertainment.
So this is the thing, we need guys like Gordon, but we need other guys to step up too.
Yeah, but the thing is, we need people to fuck with other guys stepping up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but who's really stepping up? Like, who's really creating a brand for themselves in jiu-jitsu?
Well, I really like what Wagner Hocha, and like I like the way Craig Jones promotes himself. I think the way he does it is really smart.
Yeah, but that's it. Who? Craig Jones?
Wagner Hocha.
Okay, DDS, Craig Jones. Nobody else.
Other people are trying, but they're not getting the exposure.
Who's trying though?
Hey? There's heaps of people out in jiu-jitsu. Like Ethan Krenelstein is trying his own brand out. There's guys, I mean, I guess he's DDS. So you put him on the same banner.
Yeah. And he's just by association to DDS. That's why people know his name.
Hey?
People know his name.
The Tackett brothers are trying to like promote themselves. Like, everyone's trying to do it in their own way, but these guys have got so many eyes on them now, and a bit of a monopoly on the high end of like pro jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I mean they're at the top of the game, so you can't really blame them either.
No, you know. So I mean, like Mason Fowler, like put it this way, Mason Fowler beat Craig, right?
You the guy that liked our post on Instagram?
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, shout out Mason Fowler, liked our post on Instagram. Oi, give us a share, and I might wear one of your shirts to a Craig Jones seminar. Oi, no. So he beat him, right? However, he did it in his way, but he beat him.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't hear anything about that. Like all you heard from that was like, oh, he was stalling Craig out. Like they have such a
that was me
power. But I said the same thing. But they have such a power and air right now that we're not even like Mason Fowler maybe isn't in those areas as Craig. He's not going to be as good as him.
Yeah.
So like he found his. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like
I mean whatever. That's just how sports work sometimes.
I think you just probably got to talk enough shit.
And you got to back it up too, then, like the way you fight, and it's everything.
But it's also the way you hold yourself if you lose as well.
Yeah,
you know?
It's everything. It's everything.
It's everything. Yeah, it's talking enough shit, and it's getting enough people to go, hey, you know what, mate? I think he's got a point. I want to see that. Yeah. And then once you got enough people doing that, it's like, all right, we got to see now.
Yeah, but it's just hard in BJJ, man. Like who's on a tear like Gordon is?
No one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No one.
Man.
But every dog has his day, bro.
Yeah, and but he's so young still, too.
Yeah. That's what's exciting about when he does get done.
Yes.
Because you know what it's helping? The person that comes along and does it one day, Gordon's going to have such an air of
invincibility
and invincibility about him that their brand upon that is going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
Like more exposure than what probably Craig did in his first year after he did well at the ADCC, because 100%. Craig was out of the country 35 times for seminars that year.
Yeah.
More.
It's like someone who beat GSP in his prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like it's probably going to be someone we don't even really know that well.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be a star overnight.
And he's just out there now. He's just training right now.
He's just grinding,
He's just like,
he's not making no podcast.
He's not making everything he does is just dedicated to Sully Gordon.
Yeah.
He'll be out there.
Oh, man, it'll be interesting. How old is he? 25?
Yeah.
24? 25?
25, yeah.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, he's that... The sports that he came in when the sport was at an awkward phase where it was between people trying to be professional and people not being professional. And you see a lot of those guys who get on the pro stage, they don't look very professional in my opinion, bro. And they don't move very professionally. Yeah. And so I don't think they're doing all the things to be classified as a professional. Yeah. But Jiu Jitsu is allowing them to be classified as a pro because that's just where the sport's at. Yeah. But it's changing, bro. It's slowly changing. It's slowly changing to the point where it's like you got to be the top.
Yeah, I mean,
if you want to do something, it's slowly changing where you got to be the top 5-10%. Yeah, and people don't want to hear that. They don't want to fuck with that, but it's like it's true.
But they're just raising the bar of like the level of jiu-jitsu right
exactly, now. And then you're going to start factoring in genetics to it and like mindsets. And if there's enough money in it, and people are coming away from other things to earn money in jiu-jitsu, that guy's trying to put food on his plate through jiu-jitsu. You're rocking up, chilling 3 times a week. I think he's going to get you. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Ask her honestly if she thinks I should give up.
Hey, you lot, you're rolling with Rav and Cav. Quick shout out for listening through to the clip and giving it a watch, view, liking, subscribing, sharing it, all that good shit. And yeah, thanks heaps.
Yeah, head on over to our channel for full episodes and other content. Thank you, people.
So what if I will? Gotta roll up shit like $100 bills. So what if it's real? So what if I load it at